Merhabalar herkese. Hepiniz IEFT Talks seminerlerine hoş geldiniz. Bugün Richard Blank College'da eğitimin Amerika'nın en iyi üniversitelerine kapı aralamayı Katie'den dinliyor olacağız. Lütfen sorularınızı soru cevap bölümünden yönlendirin. Yes, Katie, the stage is yours now.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, let me share my screen with you. Okay. So give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Let me know. Can we see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. So if you have questions, I would like for you to please put them in the chat. You can type them out or do whatever, but please send them over. I love questions asked along the way. But today I'm going to talk to you about how to get into a top 50 university. So these are just keys to success that I've noted. And so let me tell you, my name is Katie. My students call me Miss Katie, Miss Rivers. I work for Richard Bland College of William and Mary. And so our school specializes in is a two-year school, but we specialize in our students transferring to top universities, okay? So we're a junior college, but our students do really well at our school. And today I want to outline and show you the keys to success our students have had with transferring, okay? So, like I said, I work for Richard Bland College of William and Mary, and I'm just going to tell you the keys to success that our students have had in transferring to a top 50 university. To give you an idea, here is how our school and program are set up. So years 1 and 2, you attend RBC, and our students who attend are hardworking students. So I will go into exactly what they did every single day in order to prepare them for that top 50, top 100, high-ranking university transfer. So after years 1 and 2, our students transferred to their dream college. 50% of my students, when they graduated, had a 4.0. Our average GPA was 3.77. So they're really strong academic students. 71% of our graduates, though, transferred to a top 100 university. 39% of our graduates transferred to a top 50 university. So today I'm going to tell you exactly how they did that. Here are some of the acceptances that my students have gotten into so far. The College of William and Mary, number 41, University of Virginia. This is one of our guaranteed transfer agreements, number 62. Rochester, Penn State. We also have University of Toronto, which is number 18 in best global universities. Boston University, Purdue, North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Ohio State, Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia Tech, British Columbia. My students have transferred all over the country and the world, okay? So they have done exceptionally well. Now let me tell you, let's see, there we go. Exactly how did they do it? How did my students who came to us work for 2 years? What did they do in their 2 years with us to prepare them to transfer to a top 50 or top 100 university? They did 5 things, okay? And now please stop me anywhere along the way if you have any questions or you would like more clarification. But the 5 keys to success. Number 1, strong GPA. Like I said earlier, 50% of my students had a 4.0, straight A's. They are honors students. They are fantastic students. So the number 1 thing is a strong GPA. Number 2, a strong TOEFL score. They had really good English skills. Now, they may not have come to us with strong English skills, but they left our school to transfer to a top university with these strong English skills. Another huge one, number 3, extracurricular activities. I'm going to go into all of these details later on in a moment, but extracurricular activities play a huge part in your application when you transfer to a top 50 or top 100 university. Number 4, strong letters of recommendation. I'm going to tell you how to get those strong letters of recommendation from your professors or faculty members. Number 5, I know we love writing essays. I was an ESL teacher for many, many years before coming to this college to work. And so I taught my students how to write exceptional college essays, because just the normal essay about yourself is not going to get you into a good school. You have to really show who you are. So I'll give you some tips and tricks and give you some resources for you to write your own college essay. Okay, so number 1, strong GPA. First thing you need to do, study. I know you guys know this. A lot of my students really understand this. So not just study, but you need to join the honors program or whatever honors society is at the school you choose to attend. At our school is the honors program. This allows you to take honors courses, which are higher level courses, and these courses go on your transcript. Okay, whenever you transfer, they look at these courses and they say, wow, this student took higher level courses than his classmates. You have access to special advisors who are well known or well-rounded in these high-ranking schools and how to get into them. It opens up opportunities in research, special events, volunteering. You need to participate in all of these things through the honor program to put on your resume, to put on your college application, to show that you were a part of a community that values high academics. So like I said, this goes on your transcript when you transfer. So you need to study hard, right? Not only study hard, but you need to join the honor society. So make sure you maintain good grades. You join the honors program, the honors society, whatever the academic higher program is at the school you choose. And then research projects. This is something some of my students overlook. Reach out to your professors. So when you start taking a class, you're going to find professors that you really like, and you're going to find professors in areas you are interested in. So you might be interested in programming, or you might be interested in some area of science, right? When you go to class with that professor, ask them, start talking to them after class, ask them about research projects, research ideas. How can you get your research published in a journal? This shows the professor that you are being a very academically rigorous student and that you are sincere about research in the future. So if you get a research paper published in a journal, then absolutely that will go on your resume when you transfer to that top 50 university, right? And they'll see that, oh my gosh, this student was able to write and do a research question or a research paper and have it published. But you have to do that through your professors. So not only go to class, study hard, attend all the classes, you also need to do the extra step, okay? So not just study, you have to join the honors program, honors society, whatever's at your college, And you need to look into research projects. What are you interested in researching? How do you want to prepare that? Very good question. We have a question come in. What should I do to make my application stand out? I'm doing this, I'm explaining right now. So there are 5 things to do to make your application stand out, and we're going into each one. So here are the 5 things you need to do to make your application stand out. A strong GPA, we just talked about. Strong TOEFL score, extracurricular activities, strong letters of recommendation, and exceptional college essays. So strong GPA. Any questions about what you need to do with your GPA? Okay, let's move on. Number 2, strong TOEFL score. Like I said, I was an ESL teacher. So here is what I did to teach my students to prepare for TOEFL. Number 1, you have to study for the test. Now, TOEFL is a hard test. If you guys have taken TOEFL, you understand it's not an easy test. The way I taught my students to study for TOEFL was to practice the practice tests. Take the practice tests. They are free. They are online. So you go type into your search, Google search or your web search, free practice test TOEFL, okay? And then you just download the test, print them out, and you practice them. And it helps you become familiar with the test and comfortable. Number 2, read books in English. Do not read books in your native language, in Turkish. Read books in English. Now, if your English level is lower, start with a lower level book, okay? This is something that brings my students' scores high because all they do is read in English. Make friends with your domestic students. Practice English every day. So when you come to my school, my students who do really well on TOEFL have a lot of American friends. They make friends with the American students. They do not speak their native language. They speak English every single day to where they feel comfortable. Visit the writing center, the tutoring center, whatever is at the college you want to attend. Really work on your writing skills, okay? For your strong TOEFL score, the writing is often the most difficult. So you practice writing and you ask for people who are native English speakers, professionals, our professional English professors, to edit your papers. Visit the writing center, ask for help. You really need to perfect your writing skills and feel comfortable when you get on the test to write in English. Number 5, do not ever translate your essays from your language to English. So many of my students have made this mistake. Good question, Kansu. Do you have special discount or scholarships for Turkish students? Actually, yes, we have a $2,000 housing scholarship that you guys qualify for. So we can talk about that after this presentation, okay? So number 5, do not translate essays from your native language to English. Do not, because it really does not help your English. And it doesn't help you to learn how to write in English. It's easier. Yes, it's easier, but often it's wrong. Google Translate or an online translator is very wrong because the way you write in Turkish has a different format than writing in English. So if you translate it, when you translate it, it sounds bad. And then last, ask your professors to proofread your papers before submitting them. A lot of my students don't know this. You can show your paper to your professor before you officially submit it online. Have them proofread it. Go through your paper, correct any mistakes, and then change it. And your English score will go up because you had professors proofread it, right? And you're not graded. So if they are kind enough to proofread before submitting it, and our professors always are willing to do this, then it really helps you understand how to write academic English. So your your writing level is not a high school writing level. Now you need to be a college writing level. Okay, so strong GPA, strong TOEFL score. Extracurricular activities. These are the activities that you do on campus. These are the clubs, the organizations, the sports, the volunteering, the events, everything else happening on campus. This is what they are, and you need to participate in all of them. Now, hear me out. First one you can do is to create and/or join a club that you are passionate about. My students have done this. My international students are awesome on our campus because they create clubs every term. Like this last term, I had 2 of my students create a programming club. That goes on their college application to transfer. They created an entire club and managed a club. It demonstrates initiative. It demonstrates your involvement on campus, right? Something you are passionate about. You can join multiple clubs. Now, join and actively participate in Student Government Association. Student Government Association is like a government that represents student body on campus. So we have a group of representatives that are students. They are in the Student Government Association. And they meet like every week. They walk through different ways they can help people on campus, help students. But if you join this, you participate in the Student Government Association. If you are the treasurer, the international representative, the president, the vice president, whatever role you are in, that goes on your resume when you apply. And it shows that you have leadership skills. It shows that you care about your community and what happens in your community. So this is a very important one I ask my students to do. Run for student government. You have to be voted in, so that requires some work on your part. But join student government, run for student government, participate. Show the future college that you are a leader on campus. This is a big one. It takes a lot of time out of your schedule. Participate in all activities on campus. This could be a festival. This could be a random event on a Friday evening, okay? It could be anything. It could be a volleyball game. It could be a soccer game. It could be an arts and crafts event happening on Tuesday after class. Go to every one of the events that you can. Why? Why do you need to go to these events? I know you're thinking they're probably not helping us academically. That's not the point. The point to go to all these activities is so people can see you. Demonstrates that you are a dedicated member of the campus community. Faculty, go to these events. If the faculty see you, the professors see you at every one of these events, you know what they're going to think? They're going to think, wow, this is a really good student. They actually care about campus. That professor can write you a wonderful recommendation letter. So when a school comes back to RBC, Richard Bland College, or wherever, they can say, wow, this student actually does stuff on campus. He or she cares. So the point is to attend, have fun, but so faculty and staff members can see you. Join internships, any work opportunities in your areas of interest. This will help you in your major. So if you are looking to go into engineering, look for an internship in engineering. Look for a job on campus in the IT department. Look for a job on campus as a research position. Try to find some work opportunity or internship that shows your passion. And it's about 20 hours a week of working. Usually you earn money, and you are able to put that on your resume when you transfer and say, hey, I already had a job. You just had your first job. You're getting paid to work. So you have your first job and you already have work experience in college. That's wonderful. It's phenomenal. It shows work ethic, a desire to learn about your passions. Okay. At our campus specifically, we have internships in STEM. We have internships in aviation, aeronautics, engineering, manufacturing. So we have internships that will help you in those areas when you transfer, and it'll help you get a job. When you apply for your first job, you will say, I've already had this job. I already have experience in this. So it really shows your work ethic. Finally, for extracurricular activities, you need to volunteer. And don't just volunteer to put it on your resume. You need to be sincere, because the people who you volunteer with, the faculty and staff know when you're not being sincere. So volunteer at local organizations 2 to 3 hours a week on the weekend. Find something you care about. It could be a homeless shelter. It could be a children's hospital. It could be cancer patients. It could be something that you care about. At the pet shelter. I used to volunteer at the pet shelter, and I got to play with animals, but it went on my resume that I was a volunteer, and it looks fantastic because it shows that you care about a humanitarian cause. It shows that you are a good citizen and a global citizen. Okay, so not only are you studying hard, you're practicing English hard, but you're also participating in all these extracurricular activities. All right, number 4, strong letters of recommendation. These will come from your professors. Now, you need to build rapport, which is you need to build a relationship with your professors. Now, this is not every once in a while you stop and say hi to a professor. No, you go out of your way every day or several times a week to genuinely know your professor. Ask them about their research. Ask them about their lives, what they're interested in. Be friendly with your professors. Don't just show up to class and leave. Actually stay after school or after class and talk with your professors. Your professors love it. They will love it. And they will love to write a recommendation letter just glowing about how amazing you are, right? Actively participate in class. Maintain good standing, okay? So maintain those A's and those B's, okay? But actively participate. I know this is scary sometimes, especially as a foreign student. Raise your hand, talk, give your opinion, talk about it. Your professor knows this, and your professor knows that you are trying hard. In their letter of recommendation, they will tell your top 50 school, my student, this student actively participated in class every day and was one of my favorite students. So really show that you are a strong student by participating. Stay after class and talk with your professor. Choose professors for recommendation letters based on your relationship and their academic standing. So this means don't just choose a professor that is really a strong science professor, is a well-known science professor. If the professor doesn't know you, it really does not matter, okay, to the school, okay? So the professor has to really know you, because if they don't really know you, they're not going to write you a good recommendation letter. It'll be an average recommendation letter. And no matter how wonderful that professor is in their academic community, it will not matter, because the letter will just say, the students showed up to class every day, they participated every once in a while. There's nothing memorable about it. But if you stay after class, you participate on a regular basis, you actually care and take the time to know your professors, then they will write you a wonderful recommendation letter. Ask your professor about research opportunities. Remember, I said that earlier. Talk to them about researching. What can you research? They will help you publish your research in a journal. That's what happened to me in college when I was preparing to go to graduate school. I asked a professor to help me publish one of my papers in an academic journal. And because he liked me and I stayed after class every day, I became nice, or I was nice to him, I participated in class, he helped me publish a paper. To this day, that paper is still published. I have it on my resume when I apply to a job that I had a paper published. So it goes with you for the rest of your life. When you look for a job, they'll see you wrote a research paper and you had it published. It really does a lot. This helps you with your letters of recommendation, though. So to conclude that entire spiel, really sincerely, don't be fake about it, sincerely care about your professors, sincerely participate in class, and sincerely look to have a relationship, build rapport with your professors. Okay, now often the hardest part, this seems like a lot of work. I know we've done a lot of work up until now, but the final piece to the 5 keys to success for this top 50 entrants, write an exceptional college letter, okay? This essay is not just telling us about your resume. It's not just saying you wrote a research paper. It's not telling me about your high school transcripts. I can look at all of those. Your college that you're going to can look at all of that information. The essay is now your time to show them your personality and what you will bring to campus. So your essay, your college essay, needs to be exceptional. How do you make it exceptional? Write something you're passionate about. Don't just write about something that you're mediocre about. List 5 things that you are passionate about. Of those 5 things, find 1 or 2 that you're really, really interested in, okay? Write about your personal growth, introspection. How did you change? If you went through a challenge, how did you overcome that challenge? This is a time where you can show how you are a good citizen on campus, what you are going to do at their college. Focus on deeper themes. Don't focus on very specific things. Like, focus on broader themes, broader ideas, and then choose stories or choose an anecdote based on that theme, okay? You want to have this overarching message in your college essay. Now, you probably heard of Common App. This is where you will probably fill out a lot of your applications to apply to colleges, and you will have 6 or 7 Common App essay questions. You might have already read through them, and that's wonderful, but don't focus on the essay questions. Your college essay is you, okay? You can fit your college essay to any of the essay questions. So don't fit the essay questions to your essay. Focus your essay to the questions. Does that make sense? So write your essay, and then we'll worry about what question it answers. Find a way to, now this is a hard one because we're all proud of you and we're all proud of the work you do, but find a way to showcase yourself without bragging. This is hard, okay? Because if you did all of those things I mentioned earlier, you had a good GPA, you did really well in English, you went through all these trials and all these challenges and you still did really well. Showcase yourself, show that you went through all that, but do not brag. Don't say you were the best. Be humble, because a really good college does not want a student who brags. They want someone who is going to be humble and work hard. Finally, proofread your essay. I cannot tell you this enough. Please go through your essay, read it 5, 6, 7, 8 times, okay? Have other people read it. Read it out loud. Make sure it sounds like you. Make sure the grammar is good. Make sure there are no errors or mistakes, okay? Make sure you can see the theme. Make sure you can see the passion. Make sure that you can really showcase you, okay? So here are some resources. Please, these are the links on this presentation. You can Google or you can web search. If you want to screenshot this paper, you can web search each of these titles and it will take you to an article. These articles are well known. They're from Johns Hopkins University, the New York Times, College Board, Harvard, Khan Academy. These are really well-known resources to help you write your best essay. Okay, so please screenshot. You can look online for these articles. And if you need the resources, I can also send it to you. Yeah. And then finally, the ultimate key to success. My students were able to transfer to a top 100 and top 50 university because they worked hard. They did amazing things while they were at my school for 2 years. They did all of the things I mentioned and more. So they worked really hard, and the students that went to Purdue University, that went to New York University, that went to Georgia Tech, these schools, they really went above and beyond. They were not a normal student. They were exceptional students. You can be an exceptional student too, but you need to be sincere about it. You need to work hard and be determined to get there. Okay, and on that note, I will finish and wrap up. If you have any questions, please type them in the group's chat. Finally, if you have any more questions and you would like to reach out to me, here is my WhatsApp. You can follow our social media. Please feel free to message me. I'll respond as soon as I can. But yeah, that's it. Any questions? No questions? Okay. So back to oh, here we go. You're welcome for the presentation. What kind of students, social clubs you have in the campus? Oh my goodness, we have so many. They actually change every term because students start these clubs, they run these clubs. So when they graduate from campus, the clubs go away, but new ones come in. So it changes every term, but we usually have about 10 clubs. We've had anime club, music club, international club, business club, programming club. We actually have a beach volleyball club. We've had dance club, cheer. We had an agriculture club. These clubs are whatever the students are interested in. They were able to start a club very easily on our campus, and then they just meet every week. We have a faculty member who will help look over the clubs and make sure everything's okay. But like I said, last term, I had 2 of my students start a programming club. They just wanted to get together with their friends and do programming, but now it's on their resume. Firstly, thank you. You're welcome, dear. Even though I was in high school or university in the past, can I apply to the colleges? Yeah, you can, unless you failed out of a college. If you failed out of a college, that's a different answer or a different question we'll need to talk about. But if you were in a university in the past, yes, you can apply to colleges as a transfer. Absolutely. Very good questions. You guys are so smart. I love it. And what should I do to make my application stand out? Do those 5 things, those 5 keys to success I told you about. You will stand out. I want to ask about dentistry residency in this university, ask about cost, how can we enter as easy as possible? Because I'm studying in last course of Azerbaijan medical school. Wants to apply in residence or researcher. Okay, so if you've already attended medical university, you will be going to postgraduate work. So you will cost that's not going to be at our university. You will probably be, unless you want to start a different career, because when you come to us, you come as a freshman and a sophomore. So you start at our college and then you transfer to whatever university you want to go to. Want to apply in residence or researcher. So look for a university in the dentistry residency, in the dentistry program. I don't know how residency would work in the United States with dentistry, to be honest. So you'll have to do some research and see if they will accept you. Okay, good. Good, guys. Very nice questions. And then, like I said, scholarships, discounts. We have $2,000 housing scholarship. A lot of my students work on campus. The cost of our program for an entire year, when this is food, housing, everything included, $36,000 US, everything included. This is the fees. This is food, dining. This is housing. This is your tuition, everything included, $36,000. You get a $2,000 scholarship for housing. And then you can also earn a merit scholarship up to $1,000 every year. Good questions.
Hi, Katie. We also have a question in the chat regarding the scholarship conditions. Could you also please answer that?
Absolutely. I see it now. Scholarship conditions, no conditions except just live on campus. So the housing scholarship, it's automatically applied once you are accepted to our school, and we will automatically apply it to your account when you come to campus, but you have to actually live on campus, and that goes towards your housing cost. Your housing cost is about $7,000 to $8,000 for the entire year, which is actually pretty cheap for some housing, but they're really great apartments. They are actual apartment buildings. So very, very nice apartments. But $2,000, the only condition, live on campus. Very nice. No other questions? Okay.
Looks like you covered all of the questions, Katie. Thank you for your answers.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for participating. You're awesome students. Please reach out if you have any questions or you just want to talk to me about my school, or if you need more advice on how to get into a top 50, please feel free to reach out.
Also, could you please share an email address in the chat box so that if they have any further questions, they can contact you later?
Absolutely. My email is katie.rivers@rbcglobal.com.
I just reshared it to open everybody. And once again, thank you for the presentation. It was very informative for the attendees. And you covered all of the questions. Thank you for your answers too.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. And I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, it was great to have you in IEFT Talks, and forward to seeing you again.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.